I'm starting live streaming. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. So in this analysis session, we will go on to analyze the major indexes and the stocks that are requested by our GMT members and in the Google spreadsheet that we had shared in the group. Before starting with the analysis, just a quick reminder that we have started with our trading course batch today. If anyone has not enrolled in the course and is still interested in the batch, please let me know and we'll see what can be done to accommodate you in the class from the next weekend. The topic that is covered today, we have had the recording, so we still can accommodate if in case you would like to learn along with this batch. The second thing that's important, and I had mentioned briefly in the last week's session, is our first in-person event, Grow Money Trading and Investing Seminar, which we are planning on 11th of June. If you have not registered yet, please go ahead and register. It's on the GMT homepage. You would find the register now button. It should not take more than 5 minutes. The registration fee is nominal $30, and we would be taking care of your lunch. It's a great opportunity for you to meet GMT instructors who are in Toronto and network with some of the experts in investing and trading domain. So please go ahead and register. Let me know if you face any difficulties there. So having completed that, let's move on quickly to the analysis. If any of you have any questions about the trading course or about the in-person event that we have, please feel free to reach out to me separately or even in the group. Okay, so coming to the analysis of the indexes, as we had discussed last week, that we had expected market to move up based on our last week's analysis, and that's what has happened this week. So some of the members have made good profits this week. That's an advantage of what we analyzed last week, and I'm happy that some of you could take advantage of that along with the GMT team. So for the next week, if you look at the last two candles, the last candle is called bullish engulfing. The indicators have moved up. Williams R, CCI, RSI, even MACD has almost flattened. But if you look closely at the histograms, the red histograms have reduced in size. So which on the weekly trend is a bullish indication. On the daily chart, and I'm looking at NDX 100, NASDAQ 100 index. The last three candles, this is called, it forms a pattern which some of you who are part of the course would be learning this pattern. These are called three white soldiers or three green soldiers. Currently, it has gone above the mid-Bollinger Band, and at this level, around 12,855 or at the super trend level of 12,980, we could expect resistance. And if the market is strong bullish, volume is high, we could expect it to touch Monday sometime, if not Tuesday, and then we should we could more, I would say, with higher probability expect the market to face resistance here and drop. There was a small gap up here, although not too much, but we can expect this gap up to close in the coming sessions in this week. So initially it could go up and then drop. So in terms of positions, for those who are already on US stocks position, if you are on a swing trade or even on a momentum trade, what we could recommend is looking at what we are seeing on the daily chart is to book your profits early in the week. And since US market is closed on Monday, it would be Tuesday where you could look to book your profits around mid of Tuesday or towards the end of the day once you start noticing the market taking resistance. So try booking your profits and then wait for the drop to re-enter. This we are looking on NDX. If you look at IXIC, which is nothing but all the Nasdaq stocks, similar trend indicators have moved up. They are not in overbought region yet, but in the next session, it could well be in overbought region and face resistance on the daily chart. Whereas on the weekly chart, it has taken strong support at 200 EMA, reversed up, formed a bullish engulfing pattern. The indicators are up. So for those who are on US stocks, either for positional trades or for long-term investments, you could hold your positions at least for a couple of months or even more. We look at QQQ. Following Nasdaq, so fairly similar pattern. On weekly chart, it has closed above EMA 5. The next levels would be EMA 10, which is close to 319, and VWAP level of, or actually it's a EMA 90, which is at 326. So around 326, you could plan to book your profits if you are on it on a positional trade. For those who are on short-term trade or swing trade, this super trend level of 317 is where you could look for booking your profits this week. And if you are on TQQ instead of QQQ, the target that you could look is 36. Currently it is at 33, so $3, another $3 for TQQ is quite possible in the initial sessions of this coming week. In terms of US market, that initial session would start from Tuesday. And for those who are on positional trade, the first target would be 41, which is EMA 180. Or those who are using EMA 200, EMA 200 is at 39. So the first target would be 39, which is also merging with EMA 10. So 39 looks to be a strong resistance level for those who are on positional trade. Those following SQQ, and Munir has requested for SQQ. I'll quickly go on to SQQ before if anyone has any question. SQQ, inverse of TQQ, is on downtrend, and first support we look at this lower Bollinger Band, super trend, as well as EMA 90. All three are very close to 43, 44. So the support for SQQ would be closer to 43.5. That could be the level where you could plan to enter if you are planning to swing trade with SQQ. Munir, are you looking to enter for a swing trade?
Yes.
Okay. So looking at this, probably Tuesday towards the end of the day or Wednesday could be the time where you could get a chance to enter around 43, 43.5 or 44.
Okay.
The even stronger support, the next support would be if the sell volume is high, which means if the TQQ bullish volume is high, then it could drop to this next support, which is close to 38. So in terms of quantity, I would suggest not to go for larger quantity at around 43.5 if you're planning to enter on Wednesday, Tuesday and or Wednesday, compared to your regular quantity that you purchase.
Okay.
Okay. And since on the weekly trend, the market looks bullish and that bullish sentiment continues, SQQ could drop further to support. Okay. Does that align or do you have any different opinion? We are okay, we'll move on to, I'll come back to TQQ again. Anyone else has any question on TQQ? Are we good with TQQ and SQQ? Vivek, Vaibhav, Hitesh.
Kamal, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Fine. So we'll move further. We covered TQQ. Let me just quickly cover Apple as well. So for those who book profits from Apple calls, congratulations last week. For those who have taken put along with me for at least one more session, as we saw on TQQ and QQQ and NASDAQ index analysis, there's still an upside. So on Tuesday, it could go further up, and especially looking at this candle, which some of you who were in the new batch, they would learn this new candle in the simple candlesticks pattern is a Marubazu, green Marubazu, which indicates it could go further up. So around 155, 155.8, it could face resistance. From there, it could drop. And looking at coming week, Wednesday or Thursday could be the time, or even Friday, first half of Friday, where by that time it could come to 146. And one of the reason why we had, or I had got 146 call is, if you look at the indicators, EMA 10, it is at 144.5. EMA 5 is again 144.5. There's a small gap up which it could close and take support at close to 144. So even if the market goes up at the start of the week, towards the end of the week, we can expect on daily chart some of the profit booking to happen at near the resistance and Apple to drop and then take support close to 144 before it carries further ahead to follow the weekly trend. For those who have entered for positional trade or for long-term positions, the first resistance or the first target that you could have is EMA 45. Let me make it EMA 50 for those who are following default values. EMA 50 is also similar level, so that would be around 153. This is for those who have entered Apple for few weeks to few months time. And if you have entered for over 3 months, your first target will be 162 plus. There's a resistance close to the mid Bollinger Band on weekly chart. Mid Bollinger Band is at 162.5. Okay. Vivek, do you have any question? No questions, then I'll move further with Munir's second quest. That is SOXS, which is inverse of SOXL. Daily chart. Since the market is bullish and this is inverse, so like SQQ, it is on the downward trend. It has gone almost under the lower Bollinger Band. It is already in oversold region, but still CCI is downward, even MACD is still downward, so expect it to drop down even further. Look on the weekly chart. Close to 35.5 looks to be the close to 35 looks to be the support. Yeah, around 35, and then with a stop of 31 if you want to enter on in SOXS. Muni, are you already on it or you will be watching to enter?
Yeah, I'm looking to enter. Like I was expecting 38 to re-enter because it's already below the lower Bollinger Band. So
Yeah, looking at this range here, it has taken support previously. Zoom in, then If you look at this candle, it had opened at 35. It closed here at 35.4. This week almost.
So safely 36 should be the entering point, right?
What I would suggest is see that it touches 34 and reverses. Once you see reversal, then $1 would not make a difference. It's that your entry after the reversal is more important. If you don't enter at 35, that is fine. You enter at 36, but that 36, after it takes support at 35 and reverses up, then you enter, not when it is dropping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions on SOXS? I understand that I'm rushing today because we have another 8 minutes, and I would like to cover some of more requests that Munir has, and if anyone else has any more requests. Munir, are you fine with SOXS?
Yeah, SOX, I was expecting this, like it's going down more. So I was just confused, either enter at 36 or wait for the reversal.
Yeah. Confirmation of reversal is more important because you don't want to enter and hold it when it is in red, which based on the analysis, it's okay to hold, knowing that after a few more trading sessions it would reverse. But if you know that it could drop down further, entry after the reversal is even better, right? You will be on position for shorter duration.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So that okay. So Vivek, we'll take CHWI.
Kamal, that could be an interesting one.
Sure, Vivek. So we'll take after these three, and then we'll take CH1WI. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Wait.
Perfect.
Cool. So we'll take RBLX. I think there are many members, GMT members, both.
Yeah, I am holding RBLX. I already own, so I am just holding.
Yeah, I understand many members would be on this, looking at this trend from 141 to 31. So those who have invested will be on this position, and some of those who have been able to get around when it was touching the lower Bollinger Band. Looking at the daily trend of RBLX, it has reversed here, which means the sentiment is bullish. The market didn't let it drop down to over sold region, pulled it back up. If you look at Williams R, CCI, MACD, the histograms are increasing, which means the sentiment is bullish on RBLX. So the next session, it could easily go up to the resistance which it faced previously at close to 34.5. If the volume is good, it could break that resistance as well. So it would be, in terms of daily session, it would be fourth time that it could reach 34.4. So if the volume is good, it could go up to the upper Bollinger Band, which is close to 37, 36.9, and EMA 50 is at 37.5. So 36.9. So it could be the target. If your average is even higher, what I would suggest is the mid Bollinger Band here is at 30. And with the market trend that we discussed, if it drops under 30 and takes support close to 29, you could average down and hold it for further recovery. Since on the weekly chart, has mostly covered. It's just that it has not touched the lower Bollinger Band. If it would have reversed after touching the lower Bollinger Band, averaging down would have been even more safer. However, looking at the chart, and the indicators on the weekly trend, you could still average down. If you see the reversal after it touches 29 and it starts reversing up, you can plan to buy some more quantity. If it doesn't, then it can drop to the lower Bollinger Band or even the super trend level of 20, which is about $10. It will be another 50% drop. So I think it would be better to wait for at least 1 day extra to see whether it is taking support close to 29 and reversing before planning to average down.
So my average is like a near to 30. So is it good idea to sell it when it goes to 33 plus and then buy when it comes down?
Yes, that would be perfect. So if you are already positive, then you
it's
book
positive.
your profit, then wait for it to drop again and enter. I was telling my second session about averaging down was for those who have entered somewhere here and are holding. For those, session was for averaging down, but for you it's good that once it starts facing resistance around 35, you book your profit. Or if it is not facing resistance, then your target would be 36. Although it can go up to 36.9, 37, but on a safer side, as I have been saying, that conservative target, so that would be 36. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. So that's RBLX. TECS is the new inverse ETF, which
It's similar to
very
SQQ, but ratio is a little bit different. Like it's more stronger than SQQ
Mhm.
in terms of ratio in TCS and TECL.
Okay. And again, this is also technology. And thanks for sharing. So I will keep this in my watch list. And in terms of analysis, again, like other inverse indexes, it's also in downtrend. The super trend for this one is at 37, and which looks to be a strong support. So you can enter this at 37 with a stop of low here was 34.75. So with a stop loss at 34.5, which will be about $2.5. But this would be like a short-term trade.
Yeah.
Entry at 35, and then your target could be EMA 50, which is 41.5. This we are looking, or even 45, since EMA 10 is close. Sorry, your first target could be 41.5, and then second target, if it takes lesser time, means if the volume was good enough to bring it to 41.5 in 2 to 3 sessions, then you can plan for some quantity to keep for next target, which is close to 45, where mid Bollinger Band, EMA 10, and also VWAP is emerging. EMA 5 is at 43.5. Yeah, so two of the indicators, mid Bollinger Band and EMA 10, are merging at close to 45. So your target could be 44.8 if the sell was, if the bearish trend is there in the market and the volume is high. But on a conservative basis, the first target would be good enough. It's about $4 profit on a $37 stock.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is Tesla from me, and then we'll take the one from Vivek. Vivek, I think you are also closely watching Tesla, right?
Yes, Kamal, I'm watching Tesla. And also, I wanted to ask you a point, like for the Google split, I was
Mhm.
looking for the entries, but it's not showing the value that we wanted. Like it will come to around 150 or something, right? But it's not showing at this point. Can you comment on that?
And you're asking especially in terms of option premium?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll go to Google and the stock that you have requested once we finish Tesla. Okay.
Sure, sure. Yeah, thanks.
So Tesla, actually Tesla, Apple, these are the large cap stocks which impact the indexes that we discussed, indexes trend. So similar what we saw, three white soldiers or three green soldiers on NDX, we can see on Tesla as well. Currently it is at mid Bollinger Band, which could be resistance for Tesla. Unless the market is bullish on Tuesday, it may not touch the super trend level of 813 and could face resistance at the mid Bollinger Band. You look on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, it's good that it has gone above the EMA 90 of 735. So on weekly trend, 788 EMA 5, that indicates it could go further up another $30. In the aftermarket, it has closed at 765, so about $25 more, which means on next session it could go up and then profit booking could happen and it could start falling down. So for those who are holding, I would suggest to keep a target at 785 and see if it is facing resistance after first hour of market on Tuesday. And you could actually book your profit within the means after the first hour and wait for it to drop and re-enter sometime on Wednesday or Thursday. And the entry price would be around 715 or 710. EMA 10 and EMA 5 are merging close to 710. So 710 could be the support for entry in Tesla for swing trade and also for those who would like to enter for positional trade as well. Since on weekly chart, it has reversed up. Only worrying point would be that Tesla got pulled up from under the lower Bollinger Band even before touching the 200 EMA, which is usually the strong support. If it would have reversed from 510, it could have been good entry for those who are taking positional trade or investing for long. For long term, especially in Tesla, it would be good for waiting at least 1 month more to see if it drops further again and then reverses. Although on the month chart, 590 is the super trend and it had formed a low of 620, so another $30. It was very close, but still it didn't touch that level before it got pulled up, which makes it not so confident to enter for long term. Munir, any question on Tesla before I move on?
No,
to-
thank you so much. I am just looking to enter for Tesla. I don't hold currently, so yeah, I will wait for it like 7:15 or 20, and then buy it.
Okay. Yes, that would be good strategy. Just wait for it to drop either Thursday or even Friday. Would be
Yeah.
good time. Let's see what is going on. And Vivek, you mentioned especially you are looking for options. Are you checking on Webull itself?
Yes, Kamal. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Kamal. Yeah, I was looking for the option.
Yeah.
So the 20:1 would be like, say around, you will get it around 150, 200. But when you go to the option and as option chain, it's hard to find those values.
So what strike price you mentioned?
Say around 200.
Strike price for Google?
Yes, when it after the split.
No, after split. Actually, you won't see the option change strike prices after split. It would still be based on pre-split.
Yeah. So then how to, I thought like, okay, what if we buy now itself? It should be cheaper, that price.
I'm just looking up. Yeah, maybe I can take this offline and share with you in our premium group. Okay.
Yeah, maybe like if it is taking time, we can connect later and discuss about it.
Actually, I found it. Okay. So you are looking at what expiry?
Say around end of July, because July is when the split is. So end of July or August even.
Yeah. The site is not responding. August 2022. Let's see. The strike prices are based on pre-split values. So after split, you are looking at 200.
Yes.
Here on Nasdaq.com, it's there. I can check on Webull and.
Yeah, I checked on Trading View. It wasn't showing, so I thought like, okay, how should I approach it? I did not play it, or I did not place any order or anything, but I just wanna run it over with you before even thinking of it.
Yeah, so based on the pre-split value itself, you check for the strike prices and choose the expiry and then you can plan.
Okay, Kamal.
We can actually we can discuss separately.
Yeah, we can discuss later. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so coming back to one more request from you, which is to let's see from the weekly trend. Okay, and if you look at the weekly trend, it was in oversold region. It has reversed up. Williams R CCI has reversed up. On
Probably
daily
a good
chart,
time for a call. Yeah.
yeah, on daily chart, it has closed above mid Bollinger Band. It means it has potential to go further up. Looking at, I see that it can go further up to 31, which is another, or 30.9, which is another $3.9. But if you are planning to buy call, I would suggest to wait, follow the market trend, and plan for a call either on Thursday or Friday. You
Sure,
could
Kamal.
potentially get a cheaper premium.
Yep.
For the same strike.
Thanks, Kamal.
Yeah. And use the strike. EMA 10 is 32.5. 31. Yes, strike could be 30 or 30.5. But to buy towards the end of the week.
Okay.
Okay. We are already over time, but we can take one last stop if anyone has. Any last query? Vivek, Vaibhav, Nikhil, Dinesh, are you good?
Yes, Kamal. We are just looking your analysis and taking notes. So we'll be observing only.
Yes.
And we will learn.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So just feel free to analyze any of the stocks that you are watching or you are planning to take trade.
Okay.
Share your analysis in the group, and we would be happy to give the feedback on those. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. We will be mostly watching for next
Nice.
few weeks. Yeah. So
Sure.
just have one question, Kamal. So the platform you are using is Weibo, right? And the one we opened account is in IBKR. So how should we set up like the same like a watch list and all that stuff?
Right. So this Webull is a trading platform in US market. For
Okay.
those in Canada, it's not available for trading, and you can
Okay.
use it only for analysis. So
Okay.
if you would like to do analysis on Webull,
Mm-hmm.
you can create a free account on Webull and do
Okay.
analysis.
Yeah.
For taking trades, you will be taking trades on IBK.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was good questions. So with that, I would thank everyone for joining this session. I hope you all have profitable trading week, and see you all